everyone, it's Valentina, and it's been forever since the last time I posted. And I always say I'm gonna be more consistent on uploading videos on YouTube, but I never make it on this channel because I'm super busy at growing my ASMR channels. With this being said, today I'm here to tell you that I completed the Epic program by Caroline Girvan. Look at the party here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I made it. I'm so excited. Time for the last cool down of the program. If you don't know who Caroline is a fitness influencer, actually a personal trainer that is uploading videos on YouTube, and I swear to God, they are the most challenging videos, fitness videos you'll ever witness in your entire life. So before I go ahead and tell you more about this program, I want to just make a quick introduction to who I am, sports-wise, athletically wise. I've always been an sports person, not want to say active because I'm actually very lazy, but I've always been into sports since when I was a child. I did swimming, dance, gymnastics, volleyball, all of that. Then high school came, I had no more time to be consistent in workouts, so I kind of shifted to home workouts but was not consistent at all. And after high school to nowadays, it's always been like a roller coaster. Moments where I was like jogging and doing high intensity interval trainings, and moments where I was just very lazy and inactive. Then in 2013 I went back to gymnastics. I tore my ACL, had my first knee surgery, gained a lot of weight, started doing Zumba during the rehab, tore my other ACL, had another surgery, gained even more weight. Then I recovered. I felt fine for a while. That's when I started pole dancing. And for some reason, my meniscus decided to tear again. So I had a third knee surgery that caused a huge weight gain. I was out of shape. I was with the lowest self-esteem ever, and I was feeling really low. And so I started keto, and I lost a bunch of weight. And along with keto, I started being consistent with workouts. I was standing several hours, doing crazy shifts, working nights, working on festivities. I was in a fast food, so many people can say it's not exhausting. For me, it was very exhausting. So I knew that there was heavy workouts such as Sydney Cummings. For me, she was one of the heaviest. I would just do her workouts whenever I wanted to punish myself for overeating, and I know it's not healthy and not correct to think about it, but I couldn't sustain a Sydney Cummings like every day. So after that, I had a crazy bad mental breakdown where I talk about it in a podcast episode. I'm not gonna go into much detail, but basically I wasted all my keto progress and stopped working out, started binge eating like crazy because the only thing I liked was food and the comfort I got from sugars. So I felt heavy with the lowest self-esteem ever, and I started being even more achy than I was before just because of inactivity. So I started working out again, and I started with Sydney Cummings, and this time I started being very consistent with weights. I always underestimated the power of lifting weights because with body weight workouts, you know like how hard it is, the resistance, you know how many calories you're burning. But with weights, you can adjust them to your capability, so it's no longer like a standard. It's more like very related to the person. This is why I always underestimated them, but Sydney Cummings helped me gain a lot of strength. While I was doing the Sydney Cummings workout, because I was no longer working at that super exhausting job, Caroline Girvan started popping in my feed. I had a look at her workouts and I thought they were insane. I was like, this is crazy. Nobody can survive these workouts. Then one day I couldn't do a leg day by Sydney because I had some time issues, and Caroline uploaded really earlier during the day for my European timing. So that day I decided to do the leg day of the Epic one, and it was like crazy, exhausting, terrible. Even boring, if I must say so, because there was a lot of repetitions and it was a 50-minute long workout. So I was like, I'm never gonna do these workouts again. But then the idea started blooming in my mind, like, what if I actually did the program? What if I could actually make these workouts? No, I'm too weak, I'm not consistent enough, I cannot do them. Then January comes. Caroline launches the Epic program too. It was my chance. I decided, you know what? I'm going to prove myself wrong. I'm going to try the Epic 2 program. And that's what I did. So here is the highlights of the Epic 2 program performed by an overweight 31-year-old person with a lot of physical problems and chronic pain. What can I say? So, since I worked with Sydney and now with Caroline, I can do a little bit of comparison as well. So Caroline does not provide you with a warm-up at the beginning of every workout. She comes up with two kinds of warm-ups at the beginning of the programs. One is the cardio warm-up and the other one is the strength training warm-up. They both last 10 minutes, so it's an add-on to what are already quite long routines. So you have to warm up prior to doing the workout. She only provides you with a very quick cool down. So that's something you want to be aware of, because I like to click play, do everything I have to do in this video and just be done, you know. In that case, instead, you have to do your warm-up and then do the workout. I did the warm-up the first day, and I think the second day with the strength training, the other kind of warm-up. So I tried both of them. And after those 10 minutes of warm-up, I was already exhausted and terrified for what was coming. This was just the warm-up. Now I have a 45-minute high-intensity interval training followed by slow-paced cardio. Whatever that means, I'm scared. Oh my gosh, she is not here to play. There was a first part of high-intensity interval training and a second part where it was supposed to be slow, steady cardio, like that cardio where you're kind of always keeping your heart rate up but not to the explosion. That kind of cardio where you're supposed to talk to somebody while performing that but not capable of singing, if it makes sense. And oh my gosh, I don't know how you can consider that workout calling it the kind of cardio, because the second part of the workout, the slow pace, was so intense. Like I was literally dying, but surprisingly I made it through and I felt so freaking empowered. There were of course so many new movements, so many engaging things that really got me thinking. Like I really love that mind to body connection. That what makes time go by quicker, in my opinion, when working out, especially if it's something really challenging. I was intrigued. I wanted to go ahead with the program, and I was surprised that despite having to take multiple modifications, of course, I actually survived. The first week goes by and I noticed that Caroline likes repetitions. Caroline likes to hit the muscle from like several different angles. She wants you to be exhausted, and even if sometimes you see an exercise and you're like, oh yeah, that's so easy, I used to do it all the time with other trainers, Caroline is going to put it strategically into a point of the workout where you're going to be so exhausted that that simple exercise is actually brutal. And that's where you build the strength, the endurance, and the power. So it's good that she does that. But while you're doing it, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so weak. At the same time, so challenged. I'm gonna push through. So I had really mixed feelings about her workouts, because on one hand, I felt like my muscles were really burning and begging for mercy. On the other hand, I was really feeling that I was getting stronger. Like just after 1 week, I felt more stronger, more confident, more stable. There is one thing that has to be said though, is that Caroline doesn't talk you through the workouts. She doesn't explain you what is going on. She doesn't tell you which muscles to use. She doesn't tell you how to fix your form. You know, she does a speech at the beginning of the workout that lasts about 3 to 5 minutes, and I use that speech to actually warm up. And she gives you recommendations, and she also adds all the details in the description below every video. But I like to have some kind of a surprise, you know, when I'm working out. I don't want to know what I have to go through, because that sounds too intimidating. And having her not talking through me has been a little bit challenging at the beginning, especially because the movements were very new. And I tried to sort of understand what she meant by her cues, and it wasn't very clear at first, but I think she really studied ways to actually make her cues even clearer farther ahead, because at the end of the program, I completely understood her cues. I felt so in tune with her that I could actually, by just a gaze, understand if she was struggling with me or things like that. But let's not jump out of topic. So you have to have a little bit of knowledge. Even though she provides with an epic beginner epic in her website, I really don't think that her workouts are beginner friendly, and this is not necessarily a bad thing, honestly. I think that working out with Sydney Cummings previously helped me build the strength, the foundation, and the knowledge to actually perform the workouts and be able to grow with Caroline. But if I were a complete beginner, I don't think I would be able to actually give this program a shot. With this being said, I'm very proud of making it through. Like, I made it from week 1 to week 10. Super proud of myself. I never thought I could do it. But there are some things that needs to be said. The workout structure should start from Monday. You work out from Monday to Wednesday, then you have Thursday's active rest day, then Friday 1 hour full body workout, and it's killer. And then Saturday is your day off. I had to change the structure according to my social life, my family life, because pandemic, we do not have a social life. So I made my workouts from Monday to Friday and then used Saturday as an active rest day and Sundays off. That's the only way I could make it work out. I really appreciated the fact that she uploaded really early in the day so I could just get my workout done by 10 a.m. Whereas with Sydney, I always had to wait for Italian timing 11 a.m. If I keep postponing it, it just sits in the back of my head and gives me paranoia. So I want to get it done as soon as possible. Talking about paranoia, one things that really have me struggling a lot with Caroline is the burnout effect. We are in week 9, halfway through week 9, and it's push-ups. So we have an entire workout that is based on push-ups. I am so burned out and so intimidated. I woke up super early, but all I'm doing right now is procrastinating because I'm terrified. I told myself that I was gonna complete the program, but literally, even when I go to pee in the night, I think of the workout that is coming and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I am super sore from yesterday. Yesterday's workout was amazing. I loved it so much. It was so lit, so challenging, but I really loved it. But today, push-ups, and then we're gonna have leg day. I'm like, So these workouts, the ones she provided us with the program, are very, very hard and challenging. So I just finished the calisthenics 1 hour body weight workout and it was freaking killer. I am literally exhausted, I have no energies left throughout the day, and also I felt very demotivated because the moves were so hard. There were tons of push-ups, pistol squats, which I almost made one. I should be really proud, but all the combos made it so hard. Plus, we've been working really hard throughout the entire week. During the first half of the workout, at least, I was like, no, I cannot do this. I want to quit. I'll never be strong enough. I'm already halfway throughout the program. I should be capable of doing this kind of movements. So many times I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do the workout rather than, yay, I'm about to work out. But at the same time, I know I'm building some strength. I know there is a goal, so I force myself into the workouts. And even if I struggle so much, and even if I am sore for the upcoming days, I do see the progress, which actually keeps me going. Overall, as I said, I'm pretty happy, but still, I have this sensation, especially after today's workout, there is nothing I could do today. I am just devastated. So I'm really glad that I'll have a rest day coming after this. I should have took one step back or scaled down in weight, but I couldn't allow myself to do that because I wanted to keep pushing, because her weights were way higher than mine. Not always though, sometimes we had the same weights. So I wanted to keep pushing, I wanted to push more, I wanted to do more. And sometimes it was very overwhelming, especially because I have to deal with chronic pain, with joint pain. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndromes, which makes my joints super wobbly and weak, and they get injured very easily, they get inflammation very easily. So I should have taken it much more slower. What I like about this strength training is that it really helped me build the strength to protect my joints, and I'm forever grateful for that. But still, I was so under this pressure of pushing myself towards my limits, and it got me feeling burned out. It should be Epic Day 49 elevated calisthenics workout, and I so don't want to do this. My legs are sore from yesterday's leg workout. I've been binge eating for breakfast, so I feel so full right now, so full and heavy. I am super low in energy. I woke up that I was exhausted. I think I'm being even more awful because of my PMS. And I have a lot of things to do. I have to film ASMR videos. I keep procrastinating. I kept saying, okay, maybe I should just film first and then work out later. But then if I postpone the workout, I'm never gonna do it. So now I am just trying to force myself into the workout and hopefully move on through my day. From what you can tell, I finished the workout as I expected. It was brutal and challenging. My glutes are burning and still shaking. And what can I say? I'm glad it's over. I'm like, oh heck, it's so late now and I have so many things to get done. But I couldn't procrastinate any longer with the workout, so yeah, let's go ahead with the day. It was killer. I made the cool down, but I'm still having a hard time breathing. I felt really bad and struggled a lot, especially within the first half of the workout. The entire workout was extremely challenging. After completing the workouts, I feel so empowered, so satisfied. I feel like I can go on with my day. But also at this stage, I am very burned out in the sense that I know that if I don't work out in the mornings, I will have this thought in the back of my head going over and over. The idea of just waking up and knowing that I will have to undergo such an effort is really starting to creep me out a lot, and I always try to procrastinate in the mornings, and then I force myself to do so because then it's late and my day is wasted. So it's a real weird circle. Sometimes she would structure our workouts just based on one single movement. So we had the push-ups, we had the lunges, we had the squat to press, we had the rows, and now I just cannot recall all of them, but basically it was 50 minutes of that same movement in all its variations. The workouts were very long. They were at least 50 minutes each, except for the 30-minute high intensity interval trainings at the beginning of the week. I know, like, it's okay to actually invest the time in working out, but at the same time it got pretty boring at some points because there were those repetitions and repetitions and repetitions, and I know it's the best and most effective way to grow muscles, and that's why I saw results strength-wise, but at the same time I felt very under pressure, especially because I told myself that I wanted to complete the program and that I could not skip one day, even if my body was in pain, even if my joints were in inflammations, even if I were too intimidated by the workout. I was still pushing myself to do it, but not in a healthy way. I've been binge eating a lot. I struggle mentally with anxiety and many problems, and maybe even the stress of these workouts got me really eating the wrong foods and indulging in sugars And I feel so guilty about that because I didn't even lose 1 kilo. My weight stayed the same throughout the entire length of the program, but I got stronger. So I think I did actually gain some muscle, and it's not Caroline's fault if there were no visible results on myself. It was just me really thinking, oh my gosh, I've been working out so hard, I just deserve that huge amount of chocolate, and it's really wrong. And then I would go the next day thinking, oh, yesterday I've had too much chocolate, so I need to lift heavier, push harder, go for those extra reps even if I was exhausted. And I think that was what brought me to the burnout. But still, I'm very proud of myself for pushing through and making it to week 10, day 50 of the workout, because I really thought I was not capable of holding up to those rhythms. Instead, I made it. And in terms of strength, I increased the weights I lifted with my arms. At the beginning, I could only go with 4 and 4 kilos, and now I can go at least with 8 and sometimes 10 kilos, depending on the exercises. I could maybe do a couple push-ups, and with the wrong form, now I can do, I think if I have to say with the proper strict form, I think I can do up to 5/8 push-ups. 10 is a little bit too ambitious in a row, but I have my push-ups now. I feel much stronger, much more stable. I feel my joints helping me being more stable. I feel my lunges being more powerful. So there are some progresses that I'm very, very grateful for, and I am super glad that I had the possibility to work out with Caroline. And now she's going to launch an Epic HIIT workout with workouts that are just going to be 30 minutes long. So I'm super excited, and I think I'm going to jump on board of the program as well. In the meanwhile, I got back to Sydney Cummings thinking that it was going to be a joke to follow along to her workouts, but even if I feel much stronger and much more confident, they are still extremely challenging. So these are the results of the workouts.
Showing you the differences between week 1 and week 10 and some parts in between. I just wanted to also add that Caroline's workouts are even harder than the average workouts because there are no breaks in between. The average workouts has circuits, but then after you're done with one circuit, you usually get a little bit of a longer break before starting with the other circuit, and it's kind of harder to also fit your water breaks into the workout, and you definitely need to breathe because these workouts are very exhausting. Even if it was really hard to show my tummy and the least confident areas, I see a little more definition around week 10.
These are all my progresses. And another thing that I like to mention is that Caroline doesn't care. I mean, she does care because she's making a career out of that, but she's not creating these movements for commercial purposes, if it makes sense. She's not doing the movements because they're trendy, they're cool, they're fun. She has a science, she has a structure behind what she does. She doesn't do them because she want to be fancy and cute. She do them because she knows they're going to work and she knows they're going to hard, and she's not here to play. So if that's too hard for you, go back to your Chloe Tang. No offense, I absolutely adore Chloe Tang, and I did work out with her a lot when I was trying to put myself in shape, or whenever I needed something easier or more joyful to work out to. But literally, Caroline is the next level. And I am very glad that we have someone like that on the YouTube platform. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Bye!